千云龙桥，飞行船横，银汉迢迢多，金风玉露一相逢，便胜却人间无数。
中国的七夕就很有中国的文化的元素，就是觉得这种每次都回顾牛郎织女的这种爱情故事呢，特别浪漫。
就西方节日来说，没有什么感情，可能因为没有什么故事在其中。但是七夕节就不一样，它就有一个故事在里面，然后就有一种特殊的情怀。
You imagine the Chinese are very serious people and communist and marching together and never smiling, but in fact the Chinese are very, very romantic people.
I heard a story. There's when the moon is big, right? So there's this lady, and she meets her beloved guy once every year, right?
There is a beautiful love story about Qixi. Legend has it that there was a young cowherd called Niulang whose parents died when he was young and who was treated poorly by his brother and his wife. His only friend was a cow. The cow appreciated his kindness and so thanked him by giving him a plan to marry the beautiful fairy Zhu. One day the fairies came to the Silver River to bathe. Following the cow's plan, Niulang went to hide Zhu's colourful clothes. Niulang begged Zhu, and after a while, Zhu promised to be his wife and had 2 children. With its last breath, the cow told Niulang to keep its hide. Later, the goddess of heaven found out that Zhu had married a mere mortal. The goddess was furious and sent divine troops down from heaven to bring Zhu back. Niulang was very upset that his wife had disappeared, so he put on the cow's hide and carried his 2 beloved children off to heaven to find Zhu. The goddess discovered this and was very angry, taking out her hairpin to separate the 2 lovers forever, thus forming the Milky Way between Altair and Vega. Zhu must forever sit on one side of the river, sadly weaving on her loom, while Niulang watches her from afar while taking care of their 2 children. Later, the goddess relented and gave them permission to meet on the 7th night of the 7th month. And once a year, all the magpies in the world would take pity on them and fly up into heaven to form a bridge over the star Deneb in the Cygnus constellation, so the lovers may be together for a single night across the Milky Way.
作为一个女人嘛，还是对七夕是有很多很浪漫的憧憬。比如说从这个梁山伯与祝英台，然后白素贞跟这个许仙，还有牛郎织女这7世故事，就里面好多段其实都是突破了禁忌。
That'll be interesting to know what people do during this festival. How do people celebrate?
在中国，七夕的习俗保留到现在呢，主要是有拜织女星、牵牛星来乞巧。
Threading a needle is the earliest way of qitiao. It originated in the Han Dynasty and is still practiced today. On the night of the 7th day of the 7th month on the Chinese calendar, according to tradition, women place offerings in the courtyard as a sign of worship to Zhu. These women hold 5-coloured threads and a 7-hole needle. Then under the moonlight, they thread the needle. It tests the speed of their threading, and the fastest to complete the task is the winner. It is a prayer for skill and dexterity. It shows people's intelligence and their wishes for a happier life. Cobweb as the determinant. Pleading for skills with a cobweb is the custom of putting fruit on a plate with a spider. Everyone then waits to see if the spider forms a web. Whoever finds a web will have good luck. The shiju is a kind of spider the size of a grain of rice. After celebrating finding the shiju web, the fruit is shared by everyone. It is eaten to share good luck for the year. Ingenuity test by floating needle. The ingenuity test by floating needle involves putting a jug out in the open air and pouring in some yuanyang water, which is the combination of water from both daytime and nighttime. The water is left in the open air overnight and then bathed in the sunlight of Qixi. Waiting until noon or early afternoon, a needle or thin straw is then cast into the water. The floating needle casts a shadow at the bottom of the jug. If the shadow is straight, it means the test has failed. If the shadow is another shape, it means you have great ingenuity.
这个七夕究竟它是怎么一个来历？我一看哇，乞巧，哎呀，我说这个跟我母亲是关系比较大，因为说实在的，代代传承的就是这种东西。乞巧，据说是面对织女星，要 有一个愿望，就是让自己能有一双巧手嘛，要会做针线呐什么的这些。
我问天上弯弯月，谁能逃过我牛郎宫？我问你边老枫树，几曾见所娇儿花两朵？再问七夕换长水。